Convene.
Thank you. All in favor? All right, reconvening. We'll move now to questions, if there are any. If there aren't, we'll move into
I
correspondence.
just have a quick
Yeah.
question. What's the scaffolding down in the foyer there? It's been there for a month.
They're working
They're doing work in the office, building some walls, changing a bunch of wiring and.
all
so
the
he-
baseboards.
Yeah, he sets up his saws on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
He's doing great work.
okay.
It's going to look great.
Just wondering, yeah.
Counselor?
One question, Jeff, our electronic information board down in the foyer,
Yeah.
is that ever going to be moved out underneath the canopy?
There's a different one that goes out there. It's downstairs in the
Okay.
departure room. Yeah, there's a 4x8 sign that's going into the. cabin.
Excellent, thank you.
Councilor Barfus had a recommendation to administration to put on our billboard out here that we're going to have the best wall, the best wall. It's going to be great.
Are you talking about the wall in front of you?
So, anyway, moving into correspondence. The first one we have here is from our MP, Glenn Motz. He's eager to meet with each municipal council in his district, and he's looking for any thoughts we might have as to when a good time will be. Administration felt we probably wouldn't be opposed to any old visit by Glenn, so bring him in during a council.
Bring him
on in. If there's no opposition, so that's...
Sure, I think it's a good idea.
That's that letter. Then we've got two letters here related to the Historical Society recent AGM. And I understand the mayor has drafted a response, kind of just to inform these people that we are aware and sensitive. However, it is an arm's length entity and not under the direct jurisdiction of the town council. We do have a councillor sitting on that, and so, yeah, quick thought here, and then we'll...
We had 4 councils at AGM.
So we need to be careful there. We
Yeah,
have
don't collaborate.
For the information of council, I received a phone call from Diane Barnes, and she advised me that she had contacted the Alberta Museum Association regarding the possible governance irregularity that happened at the AGM. I thought that was the correct move, because it is through that association that many of the certifications occurs. And we, being at arm's length, are ill-placed to deal with the problem. The only thing we could deal with, in one of those letters, it talks about having an inquiry. The only inquiry we could have, really, could do with the board not being qualified to run the society. And even at that, I'm not so sure that it is even our place. So I think it is important for all our citizens who write letters to maybe, as you suggested earlier in our conversation, to have a letter ready to that reflects exactly what I talk about, that arm's length need, the fact that we have a counselor that is there to watch the proceeding and also to keep an eye on the functioning of the society. I think it is best for us not to get embroiled into personal vendetta or misappropriation of authority. I think the society has to solve that. And I think Mrs. Barnes took the right step to get the help she requires.
Councillor Barfus and then Councillor Bainbridge.
So, I don't know whether this should be something that I talk to Councillor Bengry in private or not, but we're talking about it. So, the minutes that I recently received of that meeting, incredibly inaccurate. If the purpose of minutes are to provide a record of what happened, those minutes do not.
Thank you, Councilman Barfus, for that, because the question I have also is, those minutes have never
That have not been approved.
approved by the board,
No.
and so they should have never been sent out because of those inaccuracies. But secondly, I worked for a whole year for a governance model. This board right now is working on that. Further to that, FCSS, as the mayor suggested, maybe the board, in all committees, and even with us, need to have some training. FCSS is going to put a program together where we're going to have Alberta government come down and do the presentations for a free board development, so workshop, and that'll be done in the next probably 2 or 3 months. And I will make sure that the Historical Society board is there.
We are looking, oh, go ahead.
And that reminded me, I did get that information from Angel.
Yes.
And I was just intending to have it on that next agenda,
All
because
right.
Councillor Bengry has some background, and I know he was anticipating it being on this agenda, but I'll have it on the next one for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we are looking for perhaps a recommendation that this mayor letter be sent to those who submitted letters, and perhaps even a recommendation that a similar form letter be prepared, so that if additional letters come in, and there's the possibility of additional letters, that then they could receive that, just that information that we are aware, we are arm's length, and then some thoughts on where they may be able to take their concerns as well, so.
Because I'm the representative from this council to the Historical Society, I'll make that recommendation that we forward this letter onto these correspondence at this present time. And we also have administration, along with our mayor, because she is the spokesperson for the council, to formulate a letter to our citizens when we have conflicts like this arise.
Any other discussion on that recommendation? If not, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? None? Carried. Thank you for that. So that gets us down to 9D, which is the letter here by Colleen Campbell, just informing us of a children's benefit dinner and an invitation with the possibility of a sponsorship package. Was there anyone here that had read that and wanted to make any recommendations? Any thoughts? If not, we'll take that as,
Mr. Chairman?
oh, yeah.
Information.
That is an interesting situation, this Woods Home. It happens in Lethbridge, Woods Home is in Lethbridge. And I think in the past we have had a representation there, but I'm thinking about, this is a Lethbridge situation that deals with Lethbridge. If they dealt with something in our community, then I would suggest we need to ask them, but they're a Lethbridge Society, and I just pass it on for information.
Okay. With no recommendations, we'll file that as information. And we are looking now for a motion to go in camera.
Move to go in camera?
Thank you. And all those in favor? Any opposed? Carried. We would like to thank our media for the vigilant and accurate representation